Hello everyone and welcome to ProgrammingVideoTuts.com. Today's pretty exciting because we're going to start our VisualBasic.net section, and the new Visual Basic 2010 beta edition's out now, so that's pretty cool. Alright, the first thing you want to do is open up your browser and go to Microsoft.com/Visual Studio, and then you want to click Try It. Download the beta now. Start your download. Save your file. And then that's going to give you this exe. You're going to want to run this exe, and Microsoft has a nice little installation wizard for you, so just go through that step by step and then pause the video and come back and we'll finish the lesson. Alright, I assume you guys are back now, so let's open up Visual Studios. Get this in your window here. Alright, this is pretty cool. It's got a new startup layout. Looks a little better. A little more slick. Alright, go to File, New Project. You're going to want to make sure Visual Basic is selected here, and Windows Form Application. Then name your program. It's a good idea to name your program so you know when you go back and you have 20 programs, you know what's what. So I'm going to name this program Hello World. Click OK. Alright, and that brings us to this screen. We have a form here. This is what people see. So that's pretty cool. This is already a program. We could run this and the form would pop up. Alright, over here you hover over this. You got a toolbox. You can pin it down. It'll move this over. You got a Solution Explorer. This right here shows you your projects and the files in it. And then you got properties. You can pin this down and it'll go down here. Alright, let me move this over a little bit. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is add a button. So you go over here to your toolbox and drag a button down onto your form. Let's make it a little bigger so everyone can see. And we're going to go up to the top of our properties here. Make sure you got this A to Z selected. We're going to name our button Run. So we're going to type BTN Run. Do you see here how I have a lowercase letter for the first word and then an uppercase letter? This is called camel notation or Hungarian notation. It's just kind of convention. It makes your code easier for other programmers to read. It's easier to remember what your buttons are called and your other objects are called. And it's also good for the IntelliSense, which we'll see a little bit later in the video. We're going to go down here to text because we want to add some text to this button, so it's not just doesn't just say button 1. We're just going to call it Run. And now our button says Run. Alright, now we need somewhere to output some information. So we're going to drag a list box out of our toolbox. Make it a little bigger. Alright, now we can start writing some code. So double click your button, and this brings us to the section of code for our button, or for our form. And this part right here is for our button. Visual Basic is pretty event driven, so what that means is when this button run, that we name button run, is clicked, whatever is inside this is going to be executed. The code will be ran. So we're going to put the name of our list box, actually we didn't rename our list box, did we? So go back to your Form 1 design, click on your list box, open up your properties, and rename your list box to LST output. You know, it's a good idea to name your stuff like this. I didn't invent this. I'm not the only one who does this. It's just a good idea to do it. Alright, we're going to go back to our button code. Now when I type LST, the IntelliSense can find it. Before I was like, where did it go? So we can just press tab or click this and it'll finish it for us. Alright, now we're going to want to put dot items, dot add, parentheses, double quotes, hello world. Alright, we're going to want to close this with another double quotes and a parentheses. Alright, now we got our first line of code. This tells our program when our button is clicked to tell the list box to add this string. A string is just a data type that contains any kind of characters. You can put whatever you want in here, and these quotations say that this is a string to the Visual Basic, to the .NET compiler. Alright, now let's see if this program works. Let's go up here to Start Debugging, this play button, it'll run our program and compile it. Alright. Hello world, welcome to Visual Basic. Well, that's pretty cool. We got a button and some output. That's our first Visual Basic program. Next time we'll get more into strings and other variables and how they work. So come back to and take a look at our next lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it.